yes, it is 3 for over there in the Bamenda and Avion Academy 0. And this particular game is counting for match day 14 of the MTN Elite 2 Championship, currently ongoing at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium. Meanwhile, it was a bad day for Ngokotunjang, where she was defeated by Apoges 1-0. And equally welcome to Sport Box that comes up every 5 p.m. here on Royal Television. And I am Sonny Tangunyi for presentation. And we are going to take on this break. And when we come back, we are going to be dishing to you our sports update, what we have in store for you today in terms of the last day of the week, sports. Don't touch that dial, as we will be right back. And yes, you're welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're watching Royal Television, and the program on air is a Sport Box with me, Sonny Tangunyi. And yes, it is Pep Guardiola equally that is making waves in terms of one of the long-lasting managers of Manchester City that is saying a final goodbye to all the City fans out there, and equally to all those who had a lonely spot for Manchester City. And mind you that Pep Guardiola equally has signed out in terms of the coaching department of Manchester City for this particular season, which means that in terms of next football season, instead of Pep Guardiola in terms of the management of or the coaching department of Manchester City, you're going to be having Enzo Maresca that is going to replace the likes of Pep Guardiola. And mind you that Enzo equally is from Leicester City that has been relegated to Division 1 of the Championship. I would want to say a big congratulations equally to Pep for the astounding performance. I tell you that Man City fans will not forget him in the year 2002, where he gave them a title. Let's take a listen at the final message of Pep Guardiola in the corridors of Manchester City.
We'll be tough, guys.
When I arrived, my first interview was with Noel Gallagher.
Welcome to Manchester.
Thank you so much.
I woke out thinking, okay, Noel is here, this will be fun. And what a time we have had together. Don't ask me the reasons I'm leaving. There is no reason. But deep inside, I know it's my time. Nothing is eternal. If it was, it would be here. Eternal will be the feeling, the people, the memories, the love I have for my Manchester City. This is a city is built from work, from graft. You see it in the color of the bricks, from people who clock in early and stay late, the factories, the pancards, the unions, the music, simply the industrial revolution and how this changed the world. And I think I grew to understand that, and my teams did too. Our own way, our way. Hard work comes in many forms. Trips to Bournemouth when we lost the Premier League and you were there. And trips to Istanbul when you were there too. Remember the Manchester Arena attack, when the city showed the world what a strength actually looks like. Not anger, not fear, just love, community, togetherness, a city united. Remember losing my mom during COVID and feeling this club carry me through it. The fans, the staff, the people of Manchester, you gave me the strength when I needed most. Chris, my kids, my whole family, you were there, as always. Khaldun, you were there too. Players, don't forget every single instant, every single moment. Me, my staff, this club, everything what we have done it for all of you. And you have been just exceptional. You don't know it yet, but you are leaving a legacy. So as many time comes to an end, be happy. Oasis are back again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for loving me. Tony Walsh said in his unforgettable poem, "This is the place." I'm sorry, Tony. This is my place. Noel, I was right. It has been so fucking fun. Love you all.
And yes, what you should remember about Pep Guardiola is 10 years, 20 trophies, and one big legend. And want to say good luck to your new journey, Pep Guardiola of Manchester City. The end. It now. And equally away from Pep, let's talk about what transpired in Saudi Arabia, where we have Cristiano Ronaldo that has lifted up the Saudi Pro title or trophy after the trashed AS Monaco 4-1, where the curtain raiser came in from Sadio Mane and a brace at the 85th minute and equally 51 minute came in from Cristiano Ronaldo. Congratulations. Mind you, last year it was one of his ambitions or objectives to why not get, but unfortunately he couldn't have it, and this year Cristiano Ronaldo has lifted that particular trophy. And away from Cristiano Ronaldo, let's talk about what is happening in terms of the preparation so far for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where we already have countries, England, Italy, Croatia, that are sending in or have released their final squad ahead of the competition. Mind you, it is Mexico, Canada, and America that is going to be hosting games in terms of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, in which we are less than 3 weeks to June 11. That is going to take place at exactly Mexico City, and where we already have somebody like Senegal, when other countries were releasing their list with the normal list unveiling that we know, Senegal decided to do their own in a grand style, and this particular gesture has brought in a lot of admiration, a lot of applause from not just the African continent, but other continents have applauded Senegal for the way they actually released their list. We'll take and watch how almighty Teranga Lions Senegal release their own list ahead of the World Cup.
Buur jug jot na ana bañkat yi ana jàmbaar yi gaynde yi saldi gaal gaa ngi rëbbi te kudut jàmbaar ko rax yi taxaw temb ñëpp jaaxle. Edouard Mendy, Mori Diaw, Yehvan Diouf, ñii bañ gàcce ba tëdd ci suuf. Ismaïl Jacob, El Hadj Malick Diouf, Crépin Diatta, Antoine Mendy, Kalidou Koulibaly, Abdoulaye Seck, Moussa Niakhaté, Moustapha Mbow, Ilaï Camara, Mamadou Sarr. ñi dul bàyyi ak lu mu métti métti. Habib Diarra, Pape Matar Sarr, Pathé Ciss, Pape Alassane Gueye, Lamine Camara, Bara Sapoko Ndiaye. ñi amul tànki ginnaaw. Sadio Mané, Ismaïla Sarr, Ibrahim Mbaye, Assane Diaw, Iliman Ndiaye, Chérif Ndiaye, Bamba Dieng, Nicolas Jackson.
Hopefully, that as June 11 is FIFA World Cup are definitely going to make the African continent proud. And equally to reiterate on the fact that in terms of the Ebola outbreak in DRC, the team that was supposed to have had some few trainings, it has been why not stopped because of this particular issue. And the team it's working on why not moving out of the country to make sure that they fine-tune their preparations ahead of the World Cup that is soon approaching. And equally, the United States of America has placed visa bans equally on spectators that will be leaving from Democratic Republic of Congo to travel for the World Cup. And these are some of the developments that you should be aware of in terms of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And away from that, we still stay out of Cameroon, where the likes of Verome Songo Omba, it's now the new their own boss in terms of the Football Federation, where he won votes from 65. He had a total of 60. We'll take you to Congo to see how they are struggling to reshape their football structure with their elections.
Veron Musengo Omba is the new president of FECOFA after obtaining 60 votes out of 65 during the federation's elective General Assembly. His victory marks a significant moment for Congolese football, with players hoping his vast experience in international football administration will help restore stability and accelerate the growth of the sports across the country. Known for his work at both FIFA and the Confederation of African Football (CAF), Musengo Omba arrives at the helm of Congolese football with the reputation built on governance and football development. His election comes at a crucial time as the country seeks to strengthen competitions, improve football infrastructure and enhance the performance of his national team on the continental stage. Throughout his campaign, the new FECOFA boss emphasized the need for unity within the football family. He pledged to rebuild trust among stakeholders, modernize football administration and create opportunities for young talents across the Democratic Republic of Congo, developing grassroots football and improving support for also among the priorities outlined in his program. The election has generated considerable optimism among football observers who believe his international network and experience could help attract investment and strengthen cooperation within both CAF and FIFA. Expectations are equally high regarding the professionalization of domestic football and the improvement of facilities across the country. As he begins his 4-year mandate, Musengo Omba faces the challenge of translating promises into concrete results. Supporters will be looking for visible progress in governance, infrastructure and sporting performances. For many Congolese football fans, however, his election represents a fresh start and an opportunity to reposition the nation's football among Africa's leading forces. With a new leadership team now in place, attention turns to the future as FECOFA embarks aimed at reforming, structuring and ultimately winning the Congolese football.
And yes, away from what is happening in Congo, let us talk about the 2027 African Cup of Nations draws that took place some days back, where we have the likes of Cameroon that has been placed in Group G in terms of that particular draw, where they are going to be facing the likes of Comoros. And equally to tell you that it has to many, it has been, or it is a group that to many it's going to be an easy ride for the inevitable Lions of Cameroon to why not get through that particular qualifier. Let's take a listen at what had to say after the draws of the 2027 African Cup of Nations. Cameroon will begin her Pamoja journey coming 21st of September 2026 during the FIFA international window, with qualification expected to be highly competitive as only 2 top teams will qualify from each group to secure a place at the finals. The Lions, faced with a challenging pool, will face Congo-Brazzaville, Comoros, Namibia, all aiming for qualification to the tournament that will be jointly hosted by Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda from June 19 right up to July 17, 2027. Unlike previous qualification campaigns, there will be no best third place qualification slot, making every fixture crucial from the opening day of the qualifiers. To the head coach of the Inevitable Lions of Cameroon, David Pagu, he says that work will continue immediately.
Space not easy because everything nowadays is equal because there is no small nation. So you have to concentrate to ourselves to be on top on each match. So I think that all my guys follow that role. So we are going to play each match with our force, but we respect all the opponents, Como Namibia and Congo Republic. So that's the way, that's the case we are going to about that competition. This is the state of mind will be positive. We are the competitor. They are at the end of the season, so we are going to talk each other and then see how to manage all that competition. But first of all, I want to tell that we shown a good thing at the AFCON last year, and then at FIFA series we show another thing for on September. We are going to continue to grow that team, and then with discipline and glory to be God, because this gave at each of us talent, competence, and you are going to apply it, you are going to express it at each match, and then you are going to play every match to win.
Meanwhile, co-hosts Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda have automatically qualified for the competition, but will still participate in the qualifier. Kenya were drawn in Group D alongside South Africa, Guinea and Eritrea, while Uganda will battle Tunisia, Libya and Botswana in Group H. Tanzania completes Group L with Nigeria, Madagascar and Guinea-Bissau. CAF has confirmed that in groups containing the host nations, only one additional team will qualify for the final, while in all other groups, including Cameroon's Group G, the top 2 teams will advance. The first 2 rounds of the qualification matches are scheduled between September 21st and October 6, 2026. Match day 3 and 4 will follow in November 2026 before the final qualification games in March 2027. For Cameroon, the mission is clear: secure one of the 2 available qualification spots and return to Africa's biggest football state with authority. So Coach David Bagu, they are going to take every game with seriousness, and equally we are going to be looking at the entire draw so far of this particular Pamoja Road 2027 that is going to be hosted by Kenya, Tanzania and the likes of Uganda. Let's take a look at the entire draws where the various 48 teams have been put in their various groups, in where we have 12 good groups, where Group A has the likes of Morocco alongside Gabon, Niger and the likes of Lesotho, where Group B has Egypt, Angola, Malawi, South Sudan. Group C has Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, the Gambia and Somalia, where Group D has South Africa, Guinea, Kenya and Eritrea. Group E is comprised of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, while Group F, Burkina Faso, Benin, Mauritania, and the likes of Central Africa. With Group G, where Cameroon is, we have Comoros, Namibia, and Congo Brazzaville. Group H has Tunisia, Uganda, Libya, and the likes of Botswana. Group I has Algeria, Zambia, Togo, and Burundi. Group G consists of Senegal, Mozambique, Sudan, and Ethiopia, while Mali, Cape Verde, Rwanda, and Liberia, while the last group, Group L, has Nigeria, Madagascar, Tanzania, and the likes of Guinea-Bissau. Mind you that with all these teams, just 2 teams are supposed to qualify from each group, which definitely means that in the pool in which you have the host nation, Tanzania, Kenya, and the likes of Uganda, just one particular nation will be able to qualify from that particular group. And we are talking about Group A, where we have the likes of Nigeria, the Group H, where we have Tunisia, and Group D, where we have Kenya inside, and the likes of Eritrea. Mind you, all 48 fighting for spots in terms of Pamoja 2027. And away from that particular grouping of the 2027 African Cup of Nations, we took to the street to look at what sport journalists, what they had to say about Cameroon's group in terms of Group D of the draws of the African Cup of Nations 2027, and a lot of them are for the fact that it's going to be an easy ride for Cameroon, where no big name is found in Group G. But to you, do you think that Cameroon is going to have an easy ride? Mind you, the qualifiers is going to begin in the month of September, and it will end in the month of March 2027. Let's take a look at some of our journalists, what they had to say in terms of Cameroon's group.
I want to say that regarding the Group G winners of the upcoming 2027 AFCON, where Cameroon is in the same group with Comoros, Namibia, and RC Congo, I must admit that it is a very easy pool for Cameroon to make its way out, but we don't have to underestimate opponents like Comoros and Namibia. In the last AFCON that took place in Cameroon, we saw a Comorian side that were very determined. They played so well, they were very fast in their play style, and they ended being the competition's revelations. Now when we look at Namibia, we see that it has always been a very difficult game playing against Namibia. The last time the Lions play against the Brave Warriors, they secure a 1-0 win in Yaoundé, and in a return leg in Namibia, it was very difficult for the indomitable Lions to pick a win, and consequently they were obliged to pick a draw game there. And one thing that characterizes the Namibian side is that they are very fast in their play style. Nevertheless, that coach David Pagu will make it throughout in that group, and this cannot be if the team is not well organized, and the spirit is highly elevated with the rightful players. Thank you.
Looking at things very well with the pools in which Cameroon is being found. We have Namibia, we have Congo, we have Comoros, and Cameroon itself. To me, I know, and I think and I know will normally qualify. Looking at the class, looking at the new vision of players, David Pago, the head coach of Cameroon, has really employed. It shows very well that with just 1 or 2 years, looking at things from the Nation Cup that was just hosted in Morocco, we saw how they played, and with the spirit that David Pago is building in these guys, I think the next World Cup will not be a problem for us. Some of the players I really want to see, all the players David Pago called are excellent players. But I think, to me, I think experienced players in it, like the life of Abubakar Vincent, should be even Momin Gamalu, or they should be in the squad so to strengthen the young bones. In Momin Gamalu, then we have Zambo Anguissa, even on Andre Onana. To me, I think that Onana should be called back to the Lions Den. because there is no, Cameroon has not played a match, or let's say a match that we can really grade David Epasi, though he is very good at the goalpost. They will need an experienced goalkeeper that like Andre Onana, who has played with top flight teams like Ajax, like Manchester United, and Inter of Milan. And we know very well that should Onana is at the goalpost, many things will happen. And other players like Livingston should be called, though for the left and the right flanks, they are perfect players. But I think those experienced players, we are not going for child's play. We are child's play. We are going to qualify for the Nation Cup as well as the World Cup. These young guys called by David Pago, they have that spirit to play. They have the zeal to play, but I believe they don't have that full experience to defend the colors of Cameroon.
And yes, to you, in terms of the the 2027 African Cup of Nations, which of the players will you want to see David Pagu call up in terms of that particular qualifier? And mind you that particular qualifier is going to be a booster for the next FIFA World Cup. Away from the corridors of Pamoja 2027, let's talk about the under-17 Lions that are currently participating in Morocco for the under-17 African Cup of Nations, where they defeated Democratic Republic of Congo 1-0 to be able to qualify for not just the World Cup, but equally for the likes of the knockout stage of that particular competition. Let's take a look at how that particular game played.
The young Lions sealed the important win thanks to a decisive goal from Oman Songbeng in their final group stage encounter. The victory not only sends Cameroon into the last 8 of the competition, but also guarantees the team an automatic qualification ticket to the 2026 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar. Defender Georges Singale was named man of the match after an impressive defensive display. The talented young star who plays for Limbe Bay Southwest Regional League side Vestas Academy played a crucial role in keeping the Congolese attack silent throughout the game. Cameroon's solid defensive performance and disciplined approach ensured the Baby Lions maintained their slim advantage until the final whistle. The technical staff, led by Lium Seydou, have now successfully achieved their first objective in the tournament and are shifting focus to the next stage of the competition. Following the victory, Cameroon will now face host nation Morocco on Sunday in the quarterfinals of the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. With confidence growing in the camp, the Under-17 Lions remain determined to continue the impressive journey as they chase continental glory in Morocco.
And yes, sir, that's how that particular game played out there in Morocco. Well, equally, let's take a look at the World Cup draw so far for the Under-17 African Cup of Nations, where Cameroon was able to grab a qualification ticket to the World Cup after defeating Democratic Republic of Congo 1-0. Where we have the that has been, why not, a group in Group K alongside Mexico, Romania and Venezuela. And this is a group in which Cameroon, that is the under-17 category, are going to battle for the World Cup for the under-17 categories. I'm talking about the under-17 African Cup of Nations. Let's take a look at the fixtures of the knockout stage for that particular tournament that is still ongoing in the likes of Morocco, where you are going to be having Cameroon against Morocco, Algeria against Egypt, the likes of Algeria against Uganda, and Senegal against Ghana. We have a total of 8 teams to battle for just 4 tickets, and from there, which means at the road to the finals, the Under-17 African Cup of Nations, and Cameroon will play against Morocco this Sunday, and why not on Monday? Give to you results of how that particular game played. And away from the Under-17 Lions of Cameroon, where we have looked at what it was supposed to, why not, take place in the corridors of the Under-17 who have qualified for the World Cup, and alongside will be battling for a very, very tight game against host nation Morocco. Let's straight away go to why not the Guinness Super League to look at what has been happening so far. And in terms of the Guinness Super League, we are going to start with the goal chart so far of the Guinness Super League that is gradually coming to an end, where we still have Liz Francis Tiwa at the helm of the goal chart with a total of 12 goals into her pocket. Mind you, last football season for the Guinness Super League, she was the highest goal scorer and the woman Ballon d'Or, the Cameroon woman Ballon d'Or. Where on the second position we have Alisa Flora Kemenyi with a total of 11 goals so far. And meanwhile, Andriana Mekuko follows still with 11 points. Team Shalom Makoma 10 goals, and Divine Nkosa equally has a total of 9 goals onto their name. Mind you, this particular goal chart comes in after match day 13 of the Guinness Super League. And away from the goal chart, let's first of all take a look at the standings so far of the Guinness Super League after match day 13, where we have FC Ebolowa at the helm of this particular standing of 35 points grabbed into her pocket after just 13 games played, winning 11 goals and just picking up 2 draws, which means that the likes of FC Ebolowa remains the only club to be unbeaten in season for the Guinness Super League. Second position we have in Jazz Sports with 8 points after 13 playing days. Lekki Football Club has a total of 26 and sits 10th. Leaves Min at 19 points, while Amazon Fab 16 points, Cyclone 15 points, Itan Banga Bamenda 14 points, Authentic 14 points, AS Dibamba 14 points, Eclair FF 11 points, and Vision Food 11 points, and the last position is Agai Football Academy with just a total of 7 points so far in terms of the Guinness Super League. And away from that, let's take a look at match day 14 fixtures for the Guinness Super League that will be played this particular 23rd of May 2026, that is going to be tomorrow. Where in Douala at the Bona Moussadi Stadium, you have the likes of Cyclone Football Academy that will welcome Eclair FF at exactly 1 p.m. Meanwhile, the Bamba Sim Stadium, AS Dibamba, will clash against Amazon Fab at exactly 3 p.m. Meanwhile, in Bamenda at the Proximity Stadium, Itambang will welcome Authentic Football Club at exactly 2 p.m. Meanwhile, in Yaoundé, you have the likes of Omis Paul of Yaoundé, where you have Liosmin Prof that is going to clash against Lekki FC. And the Guinness Seco of match the 14 is going to have the likes of Vision Foot against Jazz Sports. And that game is going to be played at exactly 3:30. Meanwhile, at the Senator Stadium over there in Garwa, you have the likes of Agai FA that will welcome FC Ebolowa, and that particular game is going to be played at exactly 3:30. And this is how the weekend is going to look like in terms of the Guinness Super League Season 6. So if you are in Douala, you are in Garwa, don't forget, ties your eyes with beautiful football. Like we told you, it was in Gakatunjang that equally picked up its defeat against Alpajas of Finfu at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium, and where currently we have Buffman United that is currently leading Avion 3-0 still at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium. And let's talk about the MTN Elite 2 Championship, where we look at the standings, especially that of Pool B, where we have Kumba Club position in this particular group. Pool B of me that is currently on a defeat with a total of 25 points. Second position, Kumba City Football Club occupying it with 23 points, which means that if Kumba City wins her game, she sits in front of Avion Academy. And why not going to have a good ride as the playoffs equally is around the corner. Third position is USA, 23 points. Bamboo Buddha, 20 points. Buffalo United, with this victory, they are going to claim 20 points. Yafut, 16 points. Tonnerre, 14. And the last position, we're talking about relegation zone, is Racing, with just a total of 5 points. And away from the classification table, let's take a look at the fixtures of this particular weekend for the MTN Elite 2 Championship. The 23rd of May 2026 at the Technical Stadium over there in Yaoundé. You are going to be having RS-FAP of Yaoundé to clash against Sable of Batier, and that game is to be played at exactly 3:30. Meanwhile, in Kribi, Atlantic of Kribi will welcome Les Astres Football Club of Douala 3 p.m. And in Bamanze, Rastang of Bafoussam will clash against Union Sportive of Abombang at exactly 3 p.m. In Kumba at the Municipal Stadium, Kumba City Football Club will welcome the Mangwa Boys of Babutus of Buddha. And that is how match the 14th of the MTN Elite Championship is going to look like. So if you are in Kumba, keeping the rendezvous equally to go and watch to see how it's going to transpire. Mind you, we have Young Academy losing currently against Buffman United. It's an opportunity for Kumba City to grab points in terms of the game against Bambutus at home. Away from the corridors of the MTN Elite 2 Championship, let us talk about the MTN Elite 1 Championship, where we are going to be looking at the fixtures for the weekend, where we are looking at match day 20 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship. On Sunday, 24th of May 2026, you are going to be having Canon Sportive of Yaoundé that is going to welcome Aigle Royal of the Mongo. And that game is going to be played at exactly 3:30 p.m. over Yaoundé, where at the Bamenzi Stadium, Aigle Royal of the Menwa will clash against Dynamo Football Club of Douala. And that particular game is going at exactly 3 p.m. Meanwhile, at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium, PWG of Bamenda will host Fufuazu of Yaoundé, and that game is going to be played at exactly 3 p.m. Meanwhile, at the Rum Daja Stadium in Garwa, it is Panthers Sportive that has traveled and will clash against Gazelle Football Club at exactly 2 p.m. Meanwhile, at the Rum Daja Stadium still at exactly 4 p.m. Cotton Sport of Garwa will welcome Stade Renat of the Melon. And here in Limbe, at the Limbe Centenary, in terms of the last fixtures, fixture 3 of the MTN Elite 1 Championship, it is Group Leaders Unisport of Hunkam that is going to be played at the Limbe Centenary Stadium against Victoria United. Mind you, this is supposed to be a must-win game for Victoria United. Why? Because they have lost 2 straight games after picking up 6 points in Garwa, and why not defeating PWG Bamenda at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium, coming to play again at home after the loss against the likes of Aigle Royal of the Mongo, and they will be playing against group leaders Unisport of Hunkam, who currently has 40 points onto her name. And that particular game is going to be played at exactly 3 p.m. at the Limbe Centenary Stadium. And equally, we cannot go without telling you that the last phase or the last phase of the Cup of Cameroon in terms of the Southwest Regional League Cup representative will be played also this particular weekend, where it's going to be played tomorrow, Saturday, the 23rd of May 2026, where you have the likes of Limbe at the Middle Farm Stadium. 1 p.m. Election Cup will welcome or will host Mount Cameroon FC, and that game is going to be played at exactly 1 p.m. at the Middle Farm Stadium. Meanwhile, at 3:30, same stadium, you have the likes of Option Sports Academy against the Academicians of Bestars. And a reminder that these particular games are played on knockout basis. So far, this is what we have for you in terms of the package for today's edition of a Sport Boxer. And equally to reiterate on the fact that it's a busy weekend from the Guinness Super League, the MTN Elite 2 Championship, MTN Elite 1 Championship, and why not the representatives at the level of the 32nd Cup qualifiers for the Cup of Cameroon, where the Northwest region has already finished with her qualifiers and already knows their representative, but we are left with the Southwest regional level, where tomorrow we are going to know the three teams, the three regional league teams to add to Kumba City and the likes of Victoria United to battle at the level of the Cup of Cameroon. Pick the rendezvous with us on Monday, where we are going to come here with more exciting sports update on this same channel. And why not with this same face? Before I take a leave of you, I want to say a big thank you to David Titango for making sure that we are here every time, every sport time, to give to you sports update. And equally, we had technical assistance from the likes of Issa. I want to say thank you very much, and a reminder that this particular, that is the next one, we are going to be having the finals of the Champions League that is going to be put in between Arsenal and the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. Like we told you last week, or within the week, the prediction boxes are open. If you want to, why not sponsor either the person that is going to get the right scores or the highest goal scorer, or how the scoreline is going to look like. Don't forget to write the number on your screen, as we would definitely come to your aid. And where we are going to be having live broadcast of the game today. So don't forget that Saturday is going to be a busy one, as we are going to be having the UEFA Champions League final between Paris Saint-Germain title holders. And equally, my name is and will always remain Sonny Tangunyi. See you on Monday for another edition of Sportbox. Do have a lovely evening and equally a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.